Welcome to Deep Impact Investing with Kimberly Griego-Kyle from Horizon Sustainable Financial Services. In this podcast, we talk about sustainable investing and how your portfolio reflects your values. Do your investments seek accountability from corporations that govern more and more of our society and even the lives we lead? Listen in as we explore the question, are you investing like you give a damn?
Hello, this is Johan Clausen, Chief Investment Officer of Horizon Sustainable Financial Services. Kim and I wanted to take a few minutes of your time to talk about what's going on all around us right now. On March 9th, we made a blog post titled Politics, Pandemic, and Petroleum about the current market crisis, what we think is going on, how it's impacted our clients' portfolios, what we think we ought to do about it. After a tumultuous week, I wanted to offer a few updates and a little bit more context. But first, how's your health? How's your family? We hope everyone you love is well, and that you will be ready and able to take care of one another should that change. We and our families are doing well so far, but because so many public institutions and spaces here in Santa Fe are being closed, and in an abundance of caution, we're going to close our office for the next few weeks. We're incredibly lucky that our work can be done remotely, and we each have what we need in order to work from our homes. We hope that you'll be patient with us if you need to get in touch with us. It's a little busy, of course, and some ordinary tasks will be a little more difficult to accomplish remotely. But if you do need to contact us, please, we hope you'll reach out. As I'm sure you know, U.S. markets, stock and bond markets, both oddly enough, have been acting very strangely lately. These up 3%, down 4%, up 2%, down 9% swings on the U.S. stock market have been making me queasy. A kind of panic has set in on financial markets and in supermarkets. The remarkable volatility of the last couple of weeks has gotten folks' attention, and we've had a small flurry of calls and emails. They seem to have three basic questions. What exactly is happening? How has it impacted my portfolio? And what should we do about it? So first, what's going on? Some numbers to give us a start. The S&P 500, an index which we often use as a proxy for the U.S. stock market as a whole, dropped about 9.5% yesterday, March 12th, one of the worst single days since the Great Depression, putting it well into bear market territory. It's recovered almost all of that today, but it's still down just more than 20% since it touched all-time highs in mid-February. What's behind this dramatic sell-off? I think there have been three key factors: politics, the pandemic, and petroleum, but most of us are focused on the coronavirus pandemic. It's already sickened 120,000 people and killed more than 4,000 around the world. A couple of days ago, Morningstar published a substantial analysis of the impact of coronavirus on the economy. Lots of charts and graphs, epidemiological scenarios, fascinating stuff for a geek like me. The upshot? This pandemic will have a significant impact on the global economy for 2020, probably kicking off a recession. But that recession is likely to be short, and their economic models predict a fast recovery. Given where we are right now, what might be coming around the corner? The analysts at CNBC have put together a few facts for us regarding the S&P 500's trends since World War II. When it has dropped more than 20% from a high point, it has tended to keep going, declining an average of 32.5% from high to low, and then taking about 2 years to recover. These are just averages of previous bear markets, of course, and each set of circumstances is different, but looking back might give us some ideas for what to expect going forward. As for portfolio impact, almost all of our clients have a broad mix of different sorts of investments in their portfolios. Some stocks, sure, but also some bonds and some specialized assets like utilities or real estate, and at least a little cash. Our diversification process takes each of these basic asset classes and spreads the allocations further into subclasses and then into different management styles and so on, in an effort to manage the risk. This has meant two things for our portfolios. First, our allocations to bonds and cash have helped hold portfolios together since cash has been stable and bonds have actually risen while stocks have dropped. And second, because our clients have a small to zero allocation to oil and gas stocks, the extra volatility of those stocks hasn't hurt us. So what should we do? Well, we need to think very carefully before we consider doing anything, and even then we should probably do nothing. While this market tumult has been surprisingly swift and remarkably volatile, it hasn't been entirely unexpected. We've been concerned about the likelihood of a market correction for a long time, and we've been telling our clients that if there were to be some sort of non-economic shock, it would throw us into a bear market. As the news around the coronavirus threat grows worse and the tensions in the oil market increase, we'll probably see continued volatility and additional losses. But that doesn't mean we should leap into action, because we don't and can't know where to get out, what to do while we're out, and then when to get back in. Part of the reason that we go through an extensive discovery process for each of our clients is that we want to make sure to set up a long-term plan that we can all agree on and stick to even when times are grim. Saying "don't panic" to someone who is already, let's say, quite concerned has about the same success rate as telling someone "calm down," awfully close to zero. So let's not say that. But let's not make changes to your portfolio unless something vital has changed in your financial situation. Our best tools so far have been diversification and calm discipline. Let's not give up on those quite yet. What else can we do? Maybe there are things we can do to reduce the 3 sources of stress on the markets. We can contact our elected representatives and vote in the upcoming elections. We can prepare for the arrival of coronavirus in our area in order to slow its spread, prevent contracting it, and care for those who do get sick. And we can work to decarbonize America and the world so that oil shocks won't throw our global economy into disarray again. And please wash your hands again and again and hug your loved ones. If you have any questions about any of this, or want to review your portfolio and investment policy statement, or if you're interested in discussing a brand new relationship with Horizons, please let us know. We're available to you, and we hope you'll reach out.
Thank you for listening to Deep Impact Investing Podcast, the sustainable, responsible impact investing podcast that shows you how to get your voice heard. It's time to start investing like you give a damn. To ask a question that we can answer on an upcoming podcast, email us at info@horizonssfs.com or join the conversation on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Horizons Sustainable Financial Services, or give us a call at 505-982-9661. Don't forget to click the subscribe button to be notified when new episodes become available. The companies we may speak about during our podcast are not recommendations for investment only. You and your financial advisor can determine what the right investments are for you and your situation. Horizon Sustainable Financial Services is a registered investment advisor, registered with the state of New Mexico and other jurisdictions were registered or exempted. The information covered and posted represents the views and opinions of the host and or guest and do not necessarily represent the views or opinions of Horizon Sustainable Financial Services. The content has been made available for informational and educational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional investing advice. Always seek the advice of your financial advisor or other qualified financial service provider with any questions you may have regarding your investment planning.